definitely. So we have new mics, but they're not there yet. That's the training area. Okay. It's together. And about to not at the same time. It's fine. Defense against weapons. I'm gonna do techniques that we're gonna use with sticks and also with knives. Because my knowledge of knives is way better than with sticks, is what I discovered. So we're gonna do the same techniques but with different weapons. And we're gonna try to really understand them. Not doing and just like what are we doing? Okay. First the warm up because we're gonna use the wrist. Obviously, as always with weapons. So then we're gonna have tea and then you're gonna do weapons. So the staff will put us hands together and then we try to do some it just finished with a circle. The other side, the other way around. Okay, take one one hand, turn downwards and pull the fingers towards you. And the other arm. Yeah, the other way around. So here there is few teams, either close fist, either open hand, straight arm, or just here. It's really clearly depends on your flexibility. If you look at Mandy, she doesn't feel anything. That's the crane skill. And the other side. Ooh. It's okay. Okay, shake it out. Elbow, circle in the front, yeah. On the inside, and on the outside. Now on the shoulders, so big circle, both in the same time first, inwards. Now we're gonna do one hand after the two big move. Okay. Now it's hard. Wow, we should do that more often. Yeah. And now one hand after the other, like you're swimming backwards. Really good exercises to keep your mobility on. Then, hands up. Left in the front, right in the back. And keep rotating. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, take your time. If you don't get it, start again over. One is going forwards, one backwards, and try to let it go. Your body is gonna move, okay? When I'm in the front, my torso is almost turning with the front hand. Yes, tuba, exact. Oh, you have clearly more mobility on one side. Yeah. And the other way around, if you remember which one you start with. Mm-hmm. Yes, that was it. Now you change again. Start from the top. Right down, yes. Here, yeah. Exact. Now, good. Okay, that was nice. Brain training. Yep. Just twist to the side. So more movement in your torso, in your waist, in your spine. And now side to side. So really stretch the sideways. To finish with the upper body, just the neck, round, turn around, gently. And the other way around, if you haven't done it. Okay, nice. We're gonna warm up a little bit the elbow, wrist, shoulders by doing some blocks, just to remind us what are the blocks, because we've seen that at midday it wasn't that easy for everyone. So right upper block, nice, left. Yeah, and switch, right, left, nice. At least eyebrow height, and really turn around the elbow. Stay loose until the end. Yeah. Nice. Mandy, can you do an inner block? Yeah. Nice. Inner block. Nice, Juba. Good. And when I do that inner block, I also twist my wrist here, because that's gonna bring back the energy. Yeah. So I'm not just like, no, I engage the wrist. Yeah. It's how, when you do the partner routine, you can feel no pain, but the other one is going to feel a lot of pain by just flicking the wrist, because you deflect the energy, you bring it back. Okay, so we've done upper block, we've done inner block, now lower block, so you come across your head and down. Good, good, yes. We want that elbow to stay bent, okay? Here. So you keep that elbow down and tucked, and the idea is to come here, yes, and the wrist on the side. Yes, that's a good lower block. Here, because as I said earlier, if you straight your arm, you can break it by blocking something like that. Yeah. Yeah. So switch both hands, right, left. Come across your face, across the other way, and down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. Yeah, hard training. Okay, nice. Now we're gonna grab those weapon. So that can be any stick, actually, in the wild, but it can also be like a baseball bat, or I don't know what's the name of like the table thing. You know, just break it and use it to slap someone gently. Don't that every day. If you're lucky, it's wood. If you're not, it's metal or anything else. But even the baseball bat is not funny. But where it's gonna hit is really at the tip of it. Okay? So it's here. The goal is really to put all the energy here. So the further you're gonna stay, the more impact you're gonna get. Okay? So with a stick, the goal is to kind of close the gap all the time. I would say leave, obviously, every time you're going to fight, never go in a fight, okay? We're gonna try to learn some self-defense against weapon. In extreme case, like you need to defend someone that is really like defenseless completely, children, others. In any case, start a fight. In any case, go in a fight, especially if there was weapons engaged. Okay, we learn how to kind of like block it, deflect, control. Mainly, we try to not engage it. But I would say, yeah, we're not here to learn how to fight with weapons. Okay. So, with a stick, the goal is gonna be to hit at the tip of it. So really, at the end. So close the gap. And I'm gonna take the other one that we use here, because obviously we could talk about guns, and other weapons, but we're not here. It's another kind of training. And with, for example, a blade, so a knife that we have here. It's rubber knife. Obviously, it's not a real one, in case you wonder online if we just stab each other with a real knife. The knife is completely different. Okay, yes, I can do the same motion, and it's going to be the tip of it that's going to hit. And you want to close the gap, but usually just run. Like there is no case, a knife run. Otherwise, expect to be cut. Always, like you have like 99% of chance to be cut anyway if you get engaged in it. And a knife, you can't really grab it. So with a stick, you can grab it. You can grab the wrist really easily. You're not really scared. You can grab the weapon and just hit it back. No, don't do that. But you can just like put the weapon away and leave. A knife is completely different. You need to maîtrise, like take care of it, and really know where it is with your body. So we're gonna do same techniques with different weapons, and we're gonna see how different it is, how easy it can be with one, and with the other it's gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe, maybe not. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let's start with this one. I'm gonna just take one. Kyle, if you can come here. So we're gonna start with the backhand hit. So I'm gonna have the right in the front, and either with one hand, either with both. We can start with one at first, and I'm gonna really aim for his jaw. Obviously, don't put strength in it at all. It's not useful. We work on technique. Okay. And first, we're gonna close the gap. So you're gonna shuffle forwards and put your hands on my shoulder and my forearm. So when I come here, you can see it coming, and you're gonna shuffle forwards and block. Okay? First, really easy. I'm just gonna come. I want to hit him. He closed the gap, so the power is really useless. Yeah? First thing with the stick. I'm gonna go with you. You can go together? Mm-hmm. Yeah? Okay, perfect. So, I come here. Yeah, where do you want to put your hands?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you want to close the gap where there is no weapon.
Wrist or?
I would say you will not have time to think about it, so just stay
Whatever.
hands open. And
anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Try to grab or to push?
For now, just stop it.
Stop.
Yeah, don't grab it. Obviously, if you put both hands on my shoulder, I will be able to extend. So I can hit maybe someone behind.
Definitely one must be somewhere.
Exactly. So it's gonna be here. It's gonna stop me to go forwards, and the other one is gonna stop the weapon to go forwards. Okay.
Something you go like that.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, exactly. But never straight.
But the shuffle.
Exact, and never straight your arms, because if you straight it can just break or dislock something. Okay. So I'm here. I come in. Yes, nice. Again. Okay. Again. Yeah.
Hey, you make the face.
Okay, and if I do it the other side. You can try both sides, left and right. Yeah. If I hit it with just one, it's different. Yeah. So if I have both hands on it, it's fine. You can still block it this way. But if I have one, it's gonna be different. This way. Nice. Again. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. So that's one of the points where you don't really want to grab, because your target is gonna be really small. Yeah. If you block, you can align with your wrist and your hand, so it's gonna be like a really wide range. If the wrist is here or here, you're still gonna block it. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay, did you switch, guys?
Cheating. And then he lets go with one hand and then does that.
Yes, that's the tricky point on the other side, is that people can hit with both, but they can just drop one. And so what are you gonna do? But did you switch already?
Oh, no, that's what you mean. Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna train more then. Let's say, same. It's easy to see. Okay. So with the other side, on this one, it's going to be mainly grabbing. So you block it straight, yes. So here, yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if I have both, you adapt to it. The problem if you grab one, grab it. If I can take the weapon to the other side or with the other hand, yeah. That's the idea. But if you block me here with both hands, it's like, yeah, I could grab it and like try to do something, but at the same time you push me this way. So we're gonna need to follow up, because otherwise the person can still react.
Yeah, the wind.
Yeah, for example, yes, it's gonna look really like that. Let's try this one again. Yeah. Okay, guys, perfect. So usually do we just defend? We just defend and we leave. Like I'm gonna be here, and that's it, that's over.
So game over.
Walk away, we're done.
No.
I stopped you from an attack, bye.
Meeting you.
Okay, no, we don't do that. The idea is always to have a follow-up, at least control the weapon. Because here, does tuba has control on the weapon? Not really. Every time you have two hands on it, it's kind of like tricky. You really need to follow up, okay? But let's say, even with one, I come here, and she's blocking. Block with both hands, it works well. Okay, but now she needs to do something. And we know a move from Xuanyang that is really good. You can drop. It's the white horse setting his saddle. Wow, yes. That was really hard. Okay, so we're gonna use that move here and extend as an application. Yeah, exact. So if I borrow you, Kyle, again, can do that backhand with one hand. Yeah, go for it. So here, I still block, okay? And I'm gonna do that oh, I thought you were like, I have a question. And then,
I'm your biggest fan.
awesome, and then we're not distracted at all. It's not at all Sunday afternoon. It's really hot, fine. We keep focus, we keep focus. So we block, because that's really serious. We block, and now we want to follow up with something. We want to control. Here I want to control the weapon, I want to control the person in the front, and not just the weapon, but the whole arm. So I'm gonna step in, and I'm gonna be like almost parallel to his arm, and I'm gonna put my shoulder under his armpit, and stretch. Oh, okay. It just cracked.
Yeah, I crack a lot.
Okay. And we want the elbow to be tucked to the chest, okay? If it starts to bend the elbow the other side, here, it's not gonna work, because it's gonna bend it, and then it's over, you can leave, okay? So we really need that detail here. The shoulder underneath the armpit, second detail, I'm just, yeah. And then we're gonna extend the chest by lifting the arm up and opening. And this one is going down, like pressing on the chest. Yeah.
Good.
Could you feel it?
Yeah.
Okay, it works.
It works.
So do that again. From back, yes. Block. Now in, shoulder under the armpit, elbow, lock on the chest, lift up, and this one down. Sometimes I really extend my chest. Sorry for the mic, guys. Here, yeah. So for tall people, maybe you want me, it's gonna be like that, or maybe you want Kate, it could be like that too. It's that you're gonna do it from above, but we're gonna try it together. You know it, so if you need to try both, above and underneath, be free to do it. Okay? You guys know it.
Okay.
I'm here. Block. So think about the details. Do you have your shoulder underneath my armpit? Yeah. Are you grabbing my or do you have control of my wrist and the weapon? Yeah. My elbow, is it the right way? Yeah, I think it's the right way. And now you can extend and go up. Yeah. That's it. Again. Yes. So because you're taller than me, it's kind of like harder.
Good.
Exactly. So it can be way more painful for me, and so really work for you. But at the beginning, it's really uncomfortable, and like you don't know what to do. The idea is like you can drop in a lower stance, because our stance is really high. So either you drop in a lower stance and you come in. Okay. So you can try this first, and then I'm gonna give you the other solution. Here. Yes, exactly. So make sure my elbow is this way. Yes. And now you're gonna lift that arm up, that chest, and pull this one down. More. Yeah. And open it. Yes. So you really want to like almost here. You really want to almost break it. You know, like you break something on your chest. I'm really flexible, so you can go. Obviously not explosive. You can go little by little to see what's coming. Obviously, that range of motion, you're not gonna have it with other people. On mine, it's quite, yeah. But yeah, it's this way. Yeah. So really make sure, yes, this way. And here. Yeah, and now try to lift that up. And this one, pull, 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 pull. Open. Yeah. I'm gonna do it on you. You can see it. Feel it also. So from behind, from this side. Yes. Backhand, yeah. So you hit with the back of your hand. Yes. Here, I block. Bring my hand, my shoulder really underneath. And here, make sure your elbow is this way and open. Okay? And I can even turn a little bit, so it's gonna like increase the rotation. Are you okay?
Yeah, I adjust myself accordingly.
So if you get it more, it's gonna be easier for you to do it. Also, you want me to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay, attends, wait. Oh, I lose something. I have it. Let's put that here for now. That's it. Here, down. Oops. That was.
No, it's okay. They all do
Okay.
that.
So here. And more, I'm gonna lift this one up. More stretch you're gonna have. And if you don't push down and don't open your chest, if you just do that, nothing is happening. Okay? So really use that leverage here. Okay. So she got it, so now she needs to do it perfectly. Here. So really, you know, like here.
No, not yet.
Exactly. Yes, yes. Control the wrist. Your position is really good. So now try to drop it and open your chest. Yes.
Yeah.
Way more confidence in the movement already. Yeah. I think one of the points also is that maybe you scare, like you don't want to hurt, so you keep that shoulder down, and so the other one is really high, the opposite. Like try to leverage with it. Yeah. I would not say that you bend, but okay, let's try. Yeah, and this one down, more lower, yeah. Exact. And if here you do that, straight, yeah, I'm sure. Again? Yeah, nice. Okay, again. So here your shoulder is almost not, yes, underneath. So it really changes a lot if you're not stuck to it. Do you want to try the other side? Did you switch, guys? Yeah. Okay. So here.
No, like this.
So your first problem is that you need to.
The other side.
So the other. So
no.
That the other side you block with this arm, and you go underneath with this one.
Okay.
But if you you block with the opposite. Yeah, good one. I'm in a good position here. Yes. If you lift more that arm, it's okay. It's done. Yeah, more. Yes. Wow. Last one. Okay, nice. I want you to partner up with Kyle, and I'm gonna take Mandy with me. Ooh, fancy.
It's getting serious. So would I be going underneath you then?
both.
Okay.
See how you feel about it, because both exist. It's depend on what you feel and what's gonna come first. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. It sounds really natural that you come underneath. So be careful here. You're not on my armpit, so you don't have that much leverage to control my shoulder. So I want you to be really in it.
Okay.
Yeah. Here it's like, no, I'm not gonna stay here. Okay. You can try above, but it's gonna be.
I think the underneath is gonna be natural for me. Seems like so.
It's easier to come underneath. I like it. That was good. Yeah.
And then.
Yeah. And more, you're gonna lift that up.
Oh,
So,
okay. The more lift,
yeah.
the more.
Yeah. The more leverage you're gonna have. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
So, and also if my armpit is here, it's not gonna work as much as here. Okay. So you really want my armpit on your shoulder.
Oh, on the okay.
Really the top of it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then
Yeah.
underneath there.
Really good. Really good.
And then
Yeah. And pull here, down. Yeah. And open your chest. Yeah. That's good. I can feel it. So I'm really flexible. I say it again.
Yes.
Normal people will feel it way more, way before.
Oh,
okay?
really?
Yeah. Other side?
Yeah. And then underneath.
Yeah.
And then up.
Yes, nice, really good. Good. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so if I was like in a real fight, would I be worried about getting them up here? Or would it matter in a real fight if I don't have enough time to...
Do that again?
Like if I was doing like this, and then trying to adjust it like this is the right... Do you feel good? Like
no,
that?
because in a real fight, what you're gonna do, if that happens, go for it. It's here. You don't think about it. You know, it's like, it's like straight.
Right.
You have 1 second. If it doesn't break, you do something else.
Okay.
You control the weapon, and you leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
That was the question I was kind of worried. I was like, would we even be doing this in a real fight if it happened?
No, the point is you're training now to have the good technique for the first. So you're gonna do it
First
100
encounter.
times to have it right. Once, maybe none at all, in a real fight. It's why we train that much.
Oh, okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. So now we're gonna try it with a knife. Same technique, same thing. See if you want some water, go for it right now. Oh. Right now, be careful. So, same, backhand coming in. And same, I can still block, I'm not close to the weapon. And it's gonna come inside. Same technique.
Same technique?
Yeah. Yes. It works well. Long weapon, short weapon, blade, works amazing. Okay, again. Here. Yes. But here, it's really important to keep control on the knife. Okay, again. Yes, because at any moment I can just turn it.
Yeah.
So you really want to control the wrists as soon as you can. So when I'm here, I'm not just blocking, I'm now grabbing. Yeah? And do that, continue the movement. Here, go above. Yes, and here when he's gonna open his chest, really like extend, I'm gonna drop the knife. Okay, I will not have time to be like, oh, it's not painful, I can still stab you. No, it's not gonna happen. Okay, so the idea with that technique, it's like, it's to really extend, and so the arm is gonna be like, that's it. Okay, so don't be like, oh yeah, but the knife is still here. No, it's not gonna be. Yeah, let's try it. Let's go. You ready? Now I have a blade.
Just
Yeah.
this little flimsy little thing.
Now you just grab it.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not gonna work here.
No.
Here.
That, in, and...
Yes. Again.
Try either that way or you can use the block with the grab.
And again, the other side. Yes. lift this one. Yeah, nice. So don't choke yourself. If you feel like it's choking you, then go lower. Bring it. No, lower. She's like, oh yeah, choke me. I like it. So yeah, lower on your chest. So like yes, like that you open your chest.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so I like to try to do this. Like I was like,
Tiens. Do it.
so like.
You're coming from yes. Okay, again. Here, there, and I don't want to choke myself. Okay, I'm not gonna be here. Sorry for the mic again. I really want to keep it on my chest because it's where I'm gonna open it.
There we go, that worked.
That worked,
No,
but she
no,
didn't drop the knife, but that worked well.
It did work well. If you really did it more, I probably would have dropped it.
Okay.
But then again, you know, my flexibility in the wrist. Sometimes it doesn't work out very well.
Yes, true.
And then down.
Yeah. Oh, good. That was a
Does it
nerve.
stretch more?
Oh, that was a good nerve stretching.
There you go.
$5, please. Yeah, nice. Okay, thanks. I'm gonna just drink water. Come here, Mandy.
Oh, we're
So, from the outside. Here, here, and grab under. Okay, here again. That's easy.
oh, so that's the technique we want?
That's the second. Here, drip.
Oh, that's
Again?
easy. That seems so
Here.
kind of like a basic move almost for most people to do when I'm going to come up and take Especially if somebody's trying to be tough, like, oh yeah, I can do this.
Okay, let's watch them. We want more fight. We want more fight. We want more fight. Yeah. So with that technique, obviously, when you're above, it's gonna be easier to be behind. When you're underneath, it's gonna be easier to be in the front.
Because if your opponent is short, it's very hard to move in there.
So you can come above. Yeah, definitely.
You have to be so agile to do that.
Come above. Is what I meant. So
Okay.
it's if I'm.
No,
Yes, it worked better.
So let's assume.
It's from this side.
No, let's assume that you're tall and I'm short.
From this. Yeah. No, from. Just take it this one.
Yeah.
It's a backhand. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm short and you're tall,
Yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
It is. So here I'm coming above,
Above is
like he was doing.
Ah,
He was doing that because you were a bit smaller, and he's doing that with me.
Yeah,
with
the
Mandy.
same thing.
It's the
Okay.
same principle. It works
But
as
we
good.
thought it should be always underneath the shoulder, no?
No, it's what I was saying. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear enough because Kylie is used to that technique. I said that you can train above and underneath if you're tall, but I just said that to you because you know it.
Yeah.
I tried to talk about it with you, but not as much as I could, apparently. But both works well.
Okay.
And same with the foot, behind or in the front works well. It really depends on what is your goal, what you're gonna do next. Obviously, you don't really stay in that position afterwards. You want the control of the weapon and leave or control the person, call the police, anything else. Yeah, we stay on that technique because it's basic techniques today. The follow-up is another day. Yeah. Okay, another technique with another type of strike. I'm gonna put that here. Kyle, you're gonna come this way. So this one I'm completely open. I'm not coming from a back. I'm coming from a forehand. Okay? So, you are coming from a forehand. Yes. Here, I just block. I try to grab as much as I can. It's a weapon still. And here, I will. So it depends. If I have the left, I can step in, palm strike to the nose, and grab the weapon this way. Okay? Again. Lock, grab as much as you can, as fast. Either step, either shuffle, as you want. It depends on your distance. In the nose, hard, up, like that. He's just confused. And then you can, underneath his arm and underneath my arm, catch the weapon. Okay, because I'm twisting on the same side. And this way, he doesn't have that much strength. Okay? Understandable? Mm-hmm. Easy? Mm-hmm. Too easy, Pascal. For you, for us. Forehand.
Block.
Grab it as much as you can. So if you can grab it straight, directly.
You don't need to block.
It's
okay.
Weapons.
Okay.
I would say it's better to have good technique, yes. But weapons, try to grab them as much as you can.
Okay.
Because it can cut, it can do anything. Nose, yeah.
And then?
Yes. Good. You can do it to me. Grab it, palm, and oh!
No problem, no problem. Happens.
I'm so intense. Sorry.
Okay.
Here. Yeah. Nice. And here. my thumb was stuck. It's a bit hot, so it's like a bit sticky. Can do it. Here, palm strike, grab it.
Okay.
This time I tried to be careful. I tried to be careful. Here. Yes. Wow. So forehand is not going to be above your head. It could be though, but this one is more, more like collarbone coming from here.
So there's a different
it's
technique.
It's not
coming
here.
From above.
Yeah. It's because you're going to need to do another block.
Yeah.
Definitely. So here it's more like coming to the side, to the collarbone, for example. Mm-hmm. It's here. So it's not straight to my ribs. It's going to be more 45 degrees. Yeah. That's a forehand. It's come from behind. It's like so from here. That motion.
Okay.
Yeah. Here. Down. Twist. Okay. Ooh.
I'm gone already.
Nose. Grab it. Yeah, nice. Go for it. Oop. She defends herself. She's good now. It's been 1 week. She can defend herself. No, it's fine. Awesome. The other end? You want to try on the other side? So here. Yeah. She just twists my elbow so hard. I'm like, I'm gonna drop it. She's too good. Yeah. There. And grab it. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you really twist my wrist when you do it. It's just so uncomfortable. Keep that.
Okay.
This way? Yeah.
I'm sorry. Come in.
Yes.
When you say forehand, it's this for me.
Oh, in the golf?
No, it's tennis forehand.
Oh, tennis.
So it's just mixing up a little bit like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, it's not the same vocabulary.
Oh. Yeah. And then? Not happening. Yeah, I know, but I just
so what could you do?
But because then you could
yes,
smash me with the other one.
That's really dangerous because you close yourself, you open your ribs, elbow in and everything. But you could do something. Tiens, do it. If you're here and you did that. Putain, yeah, it's really, well, I would just do that.
Yeah.
But it's not ideal. I
Yeah,
clearly
of
don't do that. Yeah. Okay, here again. Yes.
And
So, but that's a good point because I'm here, block it. We are both open. I could follow up with a punch, but you're gonna be quicker. And so the idea is that you punch me before I can follow up. Okay? Because it's in Kung Fu usually you don't want to stay open to the other one.
never.
If someone is hitting you, you always want to close it or close the person. In this condition, it's really hard because there is a big range, so we don't have any choice. So you follow up straight away. Yes, nice. Yeah, good. The other way.
More faster.
Yes, good. Yes, nice. Do you have a question?
No.
Trying to figure out what I was doing. I had it
She
upside
just
down.
looks awkward when she's grabbing the stick. It just seems like she's pulling it out of her reach or something. Or just trying to figure it out. I don't know.
Do that again. Yeah, it's because I would say it's because you're really inside. So I mean, Mandy, you are completely open to his backhand. You are almost back to him, so it's really dangerous for you. Try to stay square to him as much as you can. Yes, you can step in, I agree, but try to stay square. And when you're gonna twist, grab it from here, so you will have more leverage because he's gonna be open from the thumb. Because if you're here and you twist this way, he's gonna have more strength because his fingers are gonna be this side.
Right, and he can. Okay.
So it's all about your stance.
My movements.
Yeah? Do you want to practice more? Or?
No, I think I can get it.
Okay, you know what? Tiens, now you can try that technique with a knife. You show us? Yeah. So. Exact. So does that technique will stand with a knife? Will I do that technique with a knife?
No.
Okay. And we try to think about that before, huh, Amandy? So we try to think about the weapon we have in the front of us because we are learning a lot of techniques, and it's going to be almost like a muscle memory thing. And it's nice. You do it without thinking. You do it without understanding. You're like, oh yeah, it's fine. And the day it's going to happen, maybe it's going to be a blade or something that cuts. And you just came up in that position, and you're like, oh no, okay? So be really aware and mindful of what's going on first. Huh? That was clearly a trap, Mandy. Okay. So no trouble. But next technique we can do it. It's a really easy one. So if it's from here, if you block it, you grab it, and you pull me down by pulling. Yes, nice. Okay. So here again, backhand, come here. What I can do, it's completely controlling the person and almost put it on the ground. Okay? So here in the backhand block, I'm gonna really move on my stance on this one. Again, block. I step in, and I'm gonna put my forearm on his triceps because that can be really painful. You have some pressure point there, and you really pull, grab it, and pull down. Okay, when you do it, the person can really go on the ground. That's the goal. The goal is that the person is here. Okay. So that's a really complete technique that's gonna give you the possibility to control the person completely. So again, you block, grab, turn your stance, and in the same time, pull down, push down. Okay? You know it? Easy? Yeah. Perfect. Why was our stick? You can try it. So backhand again, but now you can put me on the ground completely. Here, block it. Yeah, so here you put your forearm on my triceps, you push down, and you really want to bring me down. Yeah, so you will need to have a really good stance. If you hit me from the backhand, yes. Here, block, grab, and I'm gonna go really low. I can't stand up because here I'm like, oh, not here. And I put the pressure on the forearm, the triceps. Backhand. Put your arm here. Yeah. And back, nice, really good. Yeah. And you can even bring the person down. So that's another movement of Xuanyang that you don't do now. It's the something, I don't remember. Perfect, awesome, looks nice now. But you just bring it down. And in the Xuanyang, we move this way. And here you can really put your triceps on the arm and pull it down. So you keep your chest up, you above the person. Yeah. Here. It was a backhand, I'm sorry. I was like, what's going on? Here, yes. Way better. You want to pull me? Yes, nice, exact. That's it. That's what you want. So that.
It didn't happen, so I have to be. This step.
Yeah. So don't put it in front of me because I'm gonna fall on you. And if I fall here, for example, I can break your leg.
Yeah, got it now.
Here. Okay, so what's happening here? I'm gonna show you what you're doing. Backhand. Here. You grab me, you step back, awesome, and you do that.
How?
Do you feel the pressure on the triceps? What you need to do is that. Oh, sorry. It's the pressure, the control is on the shoulder. The pressure is on the triceps. It's not on the wrist. I'm not pulling you from the ribs because you're not gonna obey. But obey from a pain. Yes, you will. Yeah. In 2 seconds. So that was the.
It's really painful.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's not that
okay.
much.
We're not used to of people saying that.
Even this small pressure is
rolling on the muscle. Yeah, and there is a really a pressure point that is somewhere, but I think it's more. I'm not good at it.
It's here. You just push there.
Yeah. For the technique, just rolling on it is just like the person's gonna drop it. They're not used to. Yeah. Yes, really good. Yeah. Exact. Again. Okay. Try to put me on the floor.
A little bit of push again.
So try to put me on the floor. Really aim for the floor. The goal of you, it's me on the floor.
Okay, you're gonna resist.
No, I'm not gonna resist. I'm gonna follow what you're doing.
I'm ready for anything.
How do you want me to go on the floor right now? It's mainly your stance. Okay?
The stance.
Yeah. So with the backhand. Here, block, okay. But if I'm too close to you, change legs, because I think I have the other leg. If I'm too close to you, you're just gonna drop on your own feet.
Yeah.
Okay? Or maybe you're gonna sit on mine. That doesn't work. Okay? So you want to keep quite a good distance and bring the person in. Because what you want is the person to fall down. You don't want them to stay on their feet. Yeah. So again, pushing hands, using that momentum, out of balance. There. So here you can just, yes. Really good, that's the goal. Awesome, momentum, the pressure, everything. Yeah. Yeah, and so you can.
Too many moves, it was not balanced.
So that was okay. But now I was more focused on the pressure you put on my arm and was resisting a little bit more because your stance were way better.
Yeah.
But the pressure wasn't good enough to really put me on the ground. It's like you had the momentum that bring me forward, but not enough to control me. So if you really want to control me, you're gonna need to have that shoulder way lower than the wrist almost at the end. Yeah, that was exactly it. Nice. Did you try both?
Yeah, now we're just playing different techniques and how to go.
Nice. Did you try with the knife? Is it a trap again?
Yeah.
No, we can do that technique with a knife because you don't touch the blade.
You don't touch the blade. I cut myself already, so there you go.
Mandy can grab knives, so it's fine.
I actually been cut many times in my life. Here.
Come here. So if I come with a knife, backhand, same. Nice, good. So next week we're gonna have a whole session with a knife. If someone is stabbing you here, yeah, you're gonna move from the target. You're gonna grab it in the same time. And the first thing you want is try to make it fall. Try to like lose the weapon. So you can slap the hand. Yeah. And when no, it's fine. It's fine. And when you slap here, when someone is surprised because I wasn't, it's just gonna open everything. Okay. So that's one of the techniques we learned here. Yeah. See, it's almost open, and you really want to hit here. So straight. Yeah. And if it doesn't work, what can you do?
Let me see. So where were we?
So you're here. Look what the position you have. Yeah. Exactly. So if you do it to me, I show you really properly. So comme ça, straight, with a knife. Usually people hit straight, yeah. Here, okay, it doesn't work. What can I do? I just grab with both hands, put my elbow here, or even here, because you learn it this way, and all the way down. So we can use all those techniques on different attack, strike, and weapons. This one. So get away from the target.
Yeah.
If a knife is coming, yes, turn.
Then something.
Yeah, you can do this one. So grab it with both hands. Here you have control on my shoulder, so it's perfect. And now step back and put, awesome. Because you have the same leverage with the elbow on it. Don't forget to control here and control my elbow down. Because if my elbow is here, then you're not gonna have leverage. Yes, yes. Yes, exactly. Good. Again.
What happens now?
More pressure on that side and less on the pulling. Yes. Don't fall with me. You want to survive. So if I come here. Yes, so here you don't even have to do that. You can just put it across. It's way easier.
That one I just got it. I'm trying to
And if
figure
I
out
do
the
that,
other
yeah.
one.
No, this one doesn't work. So from a forehand like that, here. Just here.
That's one.
What we did with the stick is that you will
Yeah,
grab it.
no.
Here we can't grab it. Okay? So you don't do it, you're gonna go down the other way. No, there is other techniques, but the class is almost, it's done actually. But well, it was a faster, the other lesson of the week against the knife. I really love it, so that's why. Okay. We want more fights. We want more fights. We want more. Oh no, it's finished. Oh, I'm the teacher. It's finished.
Thank you, Krista.
Oh. Okay, line back up. You can drink water before. We're gonna drink tea.
Lovely tea.
Kids together. How? So that was a mix of lesson 2 and lesson 3 of defense against weapon, because Tuba is not going to be there next week, and you know everything anyway. So doing a mix using 2 weapons in the same time, on same techniques, it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't work. Because when we separate it one of the other one, you can't really link both in your head. So I hope it was interesting. Nice. So it's tea time. Yay, yay. Oh. So if you didn't notice, we are in Thailand. I think it's really obvious. I mean, it's really hot. No, I'm kidding. It's not that obvious for everyone. But we are in Thailand. We are in Namyang Kung Fu retreat. We're doing Kung Fu. That was a class of defense against weapons. And we are open the whole year, all the time. We are welcomed students like that know things or know nothing actually. Beginners, advanced. Anyway, it's all Kung Fu that you're gonna learn. So I'm sure you're gonna have something new. So if you're interested, just check our website, or even subscribe. I'm sure it could be really interesting. We try to live stream the most of our classes, so you can really see what you're gonna get. Otherwise, just come here. Like that you can really experience it. Hello! So we have Buddha-san, the next teacher. Wah! Wah!
Okay, someone's got a lot of energy.
I think it's so little that
You're
it's
delirious?
just going crazy. No, it's not gonna work.
No, that one. Yeah, I'll wear it.
Yes.
I'll be that guy. Okay, help yourself to tea, everybody.
Did you put cold water in it? Not cold.
No.
No.
Was I supposed to?
No, I did it the other day. It helped.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Cold water. We'll cool it down. That is what we're about here, though. Kung Fu is a form of science. Your body is the your body is the experiment, or where the experiment takes place,
Okay.
and you use your mind to be the
It's the environment.
observer, right? So,
Oh wow.
I mean, it's
I like to see it like that. I never thought about it.
yeah, yoga, same thing. They're all sciences. They're just kind of considered soft sciences because the instrument in which we measure is our body and our mind. So we don't necessarily have an external instrument in order to judge things. You know, they're starting to now come up with equipment that can do this sort of thing, but in the past they didn't really see the benefit, right? There's no financial gain in it necessarily, so the medical industry isn't necessarily going to get into it, but you do some Qigong and you can feel you have more energy, right? You can see that. You start being mindful in everything you do, and suddenly you're more mindful in everything else you do, right? If you're down here and you're really being mindful and using Xuanyang as a meditation, well, now that's going to start to creep into your everydayness, and you're going to start to have more awareness of your body, more awareness of your thoughts, right? But there's not really an instrument that I can plug into you and be like, oh yeah, I can tell you're having less thoughts. Yeah.
Have way more energy.
Yeah.
That smoke is really bad chi.
You're really focused. Yeah, we can see this. You know, they do have some instruments. There's some tea here for the wonderful photographers or videographers. Yeah,
Musician, everything. They do everything.
very talented. There's more. I just put in half so that if you wanted to put water in, you could.
Talk about them. I think we should just. No, we want to see
Ah.
Hey.
It's the magic behind the camera right there.
Okay.
How is everyone's training going so far?
Good.
Today? It's hot?
It is
Good.
hot.
It's a bit of a low energy day, but it's been nice.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. This is quite possibly the best air quality we've had
It's awesome.
in
it's
the
so
last
clear.
in the last couple of weeks,
Mm-hmm.
and yet the energy is lacking in the air.
It's so bad,
Yeah, yeah.
but it's so beautiful.
Actually
Yeah.
see clouds and mountains.
See where it burns.
Yeah, some of it's burned, some of it's just dry. But yeah, the
I've
big.
seen fires yesterday.
Did
also.
you?
Yeah, on the mountain, but the other side, this way.
Oh, sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it being burning season, it's actually been a very fortunate burning season so far. Like this is usually what it feels like, say, March.
Mm.
So you start feeling this like around March 12th, 11th. Then by the time it's in April at this time, you're just like so ready for it to be over. But this year, I mean, yes, we had some hazy days for sure, but not a lot of smoke, not a lot of fires. Normally it's like fires every night. I shouldn't say normally, the last 2 years that I've been here, the previous 2 years, it was, but the year before that, there was almost nothing. So it kind of has this cycle, it seems like, where if they do a lot of burning, I do know that the local police are really cracking down on it. They're really trying to crack down, and people are getting arrested and deported back to Burma or Myanmar, since those are most of the people that set the fires. Yeah, you get the locals to pay them. The locals will pay them to start the fires. Yeah, and the Shan don't care because they're potentially here illegally or on a work permit, and so if they get in trouble, they just get sent back. And for them, a couple $100 baht might mean a lot, you know. So, because it might be the way that they used to do things, but it's really not the best method of farming or real agriculture, because it just destroys people's lungs.
Just that. Oh, it's fine. They have others.
Yeah, you have 2 of them, they'll be fine. I mean, there's a real respiratory disease, illness going on up here. People have respiratory issues because of the smoky, burny season. Yeah. Well, if you could imagine growing up and dealing with that
Respiratoire.
for 25, 30 years and then 40 to 50 years, it's not that surprising, right? Yeah. As do most of these, right? We can't process the toxins anymore. And then that's when we start to get these, the negative health effects. You know, the age-old, I'm fine after I eat this junk food. What's that?
I could give you some.
Oh, it's fine. I don't feel it, but 20 years down the line, you feel it. That's kind of how the smoke thing is too. One season isn't going to kill you, but living with it long term
I do. I
can
think
weaken
it's
one's immunity. And
key.
like from a Chinese medicine perspective, it's one of the 4 crucial things.
Air.
Yeah, the air we breathe, the water we drink, the food we digest, and the exercise. Some would include, some would, some include the type of diet in there, but It's really those four things are kind of like, and then you have, of course, your genetics, what you're born with. But those four factors are what we get postnatal Qing from. And this is it's stored in our kidneys, and this is more or less kind of what keeps us going. Right? We have our prenatal Qing that comes from our mother and comes from our parents and our genetics, and then how we were in the womb. But when you come out, then you only have a set amount of that, but we can prolong how long that lasts by bringing in good postnatal Qing. I mean, it makes sense, right? That old, you are what you eat. You know, the water we drink, the air we breathe, and how we exercise our body. These are kind of the main factors of health.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. You know, people will include like pollution in there and all that, and obviously, but that kind of falls under the air you breathe.
Yeah, the water you drink, the food you eat.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, in today's society, it's difficult to find quality food at a reasonable price.
Yeah.
I mean, in the States, I can't speak about other countries because I don't live there. Here, I'm not sure how well the food's really regulated.
See a lot of pesticide shops.
Yeah, and yeah, I wouldn't think that most of your vegetables are organic. Maybe if they can't afford it, but you know, they're not fully educated on all the ways of agriculture up here. They kind of know what works, and that's what they've been doing for hundreds of years, and that's what they do. And then when somebody introduces a compound that can help them grow more and have less bugs, sure, and without anyone really educating them on the potential harmful effects that it could have.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, yeah, that's actually banned in 100 other countries because because of problems. Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, except the U.S.
Yeah. Well, it's weird. We're actually pretty good at banning certain ones. Yeah, because if you want to know the real reality, it's most likely because someone like Santos found them as a competitor and so lobbied for it to get rid of them. I don't know if you know Santos. I think they're sold now, but they did Miracle Grow.
Yeah.
Like that's their company, and they created all these seeds that for food, and then they would give it to these farmers and force these farmers to kind of have it. And the problem is they would plant these, and they wouldn't produce seeds, so you'd have to buy seeds every year. But then what would happen is there would be some males, and those males would pollinate the other females from other farms, and now they would go infertile, or they would actually, it was a seed that would reproduce, but it was a Santos seed. So then this other farmers would now have all those seeds, and then Santos would sue them.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, or the farmers would sue them and say, hey, you just made my whole crop infertile. Like you're destroying my crop. So there's a big battle. I couldn't tell you who's winning. It sounds like, but Santos is not a good company. They're a very nasty company. Really a piece of shit. Big money in agricultural and chemical, and they just do nasty business. They do nasty business. They don't care about small farmers. They don't care. They're just about their stockholders, you know, so they have to make more money every quarter. And at a certain point, you're going to be doing some really brutal stuff. To be me.
47.
What?
47.
Okay.
Master Yan had a question before. The plan was to go to a Chinese viewpoint apparently tomorrow. I thought it was Tuesday, but so do you want to do Qigong at the Chinese viewpoint tomorrow morning? It's leaving here at 6. We can all go in his car.
Is that where we went the last time, or is it a different place?
I don't think you've been there.
Okay, so it's a different
You would know it's the Chinese village.
Okay, I've never been to the Chinese village, so there you go.
Yeah. I think the other one you went to was Doi Palong. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, but where you have a viewpoint on either side, and it's right off the road.
Yeah.
There's a coffee in the middle.
Yeah.
That was good.
So this would be a different spot. This would be a one where you would be looking over this valley. Like
Okay.
you can't see us because we're like behind a hill. Like you can't see, but you can see Pai and you can see the whole surrounding area.
Okay.
It's really beautiful in the morning. And if it's going to be like this, it'll be really nice.
It's
If
really
it,
awesome.
yeah, if it stays like this would be awesome.
I am definitely up for that.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah? Okay, so it sounds like it's a yes.
Yes, that's definitely a yes for me.
Yeah,
So meeting really at 6 at the car park.
yeah, be there at 6. If anything, be there a few minutes early.
Yeah.
And just warm. Keep the wind, maybe.
Yeah, I'd bring a jacket or a sweatshirt because the drive up can be a little chilly, especially if you're in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Um,
And money also.
yeah, you're going to need 20 baht to get in.
Okay.
I think it's 20, 10 or 20.
No, it's 20. It's
Yeah,
20.
20. And then we'll have tea up there, and yeah, usually we do Qigong, Xuanyang, and then people kind of walk around a little bit. But we could also work on whatever. Tomorrow's Monday, so it's a free practice after tea. Usually when we go there and we have tea, I want to say we come back here for breakfast. And we don't necessarily get free practice. Does that
Yeah.
seem right? Yeah. So, yeah. But while we're up there, if there's anything you want to work on after we get through our Qigong and Xuanyang, I plan on being there. So,
Good.
so I should be able to help with anything. Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds like a lovely plan. And camps are going.
Yeah, and I don't think there'll be too many people up there, so it should be pretty nice at this time of year. Just because there's not that many people in town, and
With Songkran, maybe there is? No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think if anything, people leave for
Yeah.
Songkran. Songkran. Yeah, people, if they have the money, they leave Pai because it's normally burning season. And Chiang Mai has a really big festival, I believe. Bigger than here. I mean, obviously it's a bigger place, but I believe they have a much larger. Yeah, or here, it's really just kids throwing water at you as you drive into town.
So it's like a big water fight.
That's exactly what it is. So definitely protect your phones if you're going in on a motorbike. Like be ready to turn a corner and someone throw water at you. Like that's just kind of the gig. I usually kind of avoid town unless I'm ready for it.
Unless you really have to go in or something for emergency.
Or I'm ready for it. Like, oh, let me put on the poncho, let me get my squirt gun. Like I know what I'm getting into. This is what it's going to be. I want to go cool down. You know, whatever it is that you're looking to get out of that experience. But just knowing. But yeah, I generally kind of avoid town this time of year. During the day, it's quite nice. Actually, it's usually cooling. It's at night where it's a little like.
And they push it like a week, you said?
Yeah, it will. I think officially it started today.
No, yesterday.
Yesterday, I think.
The 12th.
Yesterday we were in the town. We went into town yesterday.
full
There was
moon
something
was-
happening. Unless
Wasn't
we
it
went in the
full
morning
moon?
though.
Because I think
In
Ophir
the
was
evening, I have 3
Yeah,
times
you
was
did.
completed.
to change my
Oh,
clothes.
It's always around the 15th.
I go to the
Okay.
shop.
It's always, but it is associated with the full moon too. But
Prepared for it
Because
right
yesterday
away.
they had a lot of children outside already.
well, but that's the thing is they start celebrating.
Before and after.
Yeah, it's like 3 days, the festival, but they celebrate it for a solid week to 10 days. You know, it just gives people an excuse to throw water at people. So they're like, you know, If you're a young kid, you're like, yes. You know, I think last year I got Splash, and it was a week after. You know, and I was not expecting it. And I'm coming into town, and I turn the corner, and they're like, whoosh, and I was like, oh, I'm going to dinner. Oh,
That's wet.
I'm sopping wet for dinner. Okay, you know, not that big of a deal, but.
When I was
Ooh.
a kid, we used to play like squirt guns and stuff, and then we used to like fill up water, like balloons with water, and you throw it at them. But I did not like when people threw water balloons at me. It was especially during school. We had what was it called, the sports day, and then they had like a water fight at one point when I was a kid.
Sounds like fun.
It was fun. I used to love sports day because they had all these different events and food. It was really fun.
Speaking of sports day, let's go do our own little sports day. Let's go play with some sticks.
Sticks.
Yeah.
Some more sticks, sticks, and sticks.
Sticks. We'll play with some sticks, have some fun, do some games.
Okay.
Let's
Sounds
go.
great.
Yeah. All right. Are you going to be joining us or? Okay.
Yeah, I might go over my routine in the gym, but not
What routine?
as long. Doing all my weapons, but just slowly and at my own rhythm.
Not in the gym at your own rhythm?
Yeah, in the gym, yeah.
No, in the training area?
No. I don't think I can handle.
It'd be good for the camera? No?
No, they at the camera they really want to learn how to do the stuff with you. They don't need someone's parent.
Well, that's not mine.
Should put my name.
Well, if they don't need someone tired, they don't need me. Nah. I'm pretty rested, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You look nice.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, especially with that shirt.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just going to finish up our tea, wash our cups. And then head back down, start up the weapons.
You don't take a step.
Huh?
You don't take a step.
I'll just grab a stick down there.
Yeah, you can see the vibration more.
This is kind of why I'd like to do it, yeah. Plus the one I've been taking, did you notice it has a big crack in it?
It's just
Yeah, so you're going to get no vibration through it because it'll get out through the crack. So I don't know what happened. Maybe people playing with it. All right. I'm going to keep this here because I need more water. All right. Feet together and bow. All right. Sunday afternoon, weapons time. Yay. And this month we're dealing with the staff. So let's go ahead and grab a long stick. Come on in. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. It's okay. Yeah, they're all about the same size, so don't worry too much about the size. The only thing we're kind of hoping for is relatively straight, which can be a little tricky. Yeah, relatively straight. You know, with the conditions here being so wet and dry, things have a tendency to warp. So, now, Mandy, I believe both of you are on the same, right? Tuba, you're also on the same, at the same point?
I think so.
Yep.
I know nothing. I just know this and shoot and no, that's just
Yeah.
this. This.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, same as Mandy. Same as Mandy. So I'm going to start with you two. I know you know more, Kyle, right? So I want you to start working on everything that we've been going through. I'll start with them, get them kind of going, and then we'll add to yours. All right, perfect. So Kyle, you probably don't need the refresher, but you're welcome to join the refresher if you want. We're going to go through it once together, right, to remind you, because I know it's been maybe a week, hopefully not, but I've been a few days at least since you practiced it, right?
Yeah.
Maybe a week.
For me, 'cause I was
I'm looking in your eyes and they're telling me a week. All right? So we start first, right? Feet together. We want the staff out at about a 45-degree angle, but not too far away from the body. And then we're going to step out into our horse riding stance, right? And then we're going to salute like we do. Now we want to open that left foot, kick with the right. Make sure the hand gets into a good position, right? We want to be elbows length away, right? We come down, we step, we stab, right? Really have that front foot go a little wider. Yep. And really have a nice stable stance. So we want that back leg straight. We want 60% of the weight on the front, and we're trying to get this turn in the hip, right? And at the same time, straighten that back leg. But don't be leaning back. 60% of the weight is right here, right? So 60% has to be there. If you can, Mandy, get your hips straight, right? So what can help is if you go a little wider and then close that back foot. Yeah. So when we open up the back foot, it makes it really difficult for that hip to close. So your hip isn't going to want to come around. So you have to close that back foot. We want them both facing roughly 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. These are the two, right? Which if we look at the clock, it's just a little bit. It's just a little bit, right? So if you open it up too much, it really restricts the hip movement. So that's why we want to keep it closed. Makes it much easier to get our hips facing forward, right? All right. So we stabbed. Block. Step back with the right foot. Get back into a bow and arrow stance. So now the weight's in the front foot again, which is the left. Both the feet are facing 1 o'clock. And now, right, upper left. So really try to get your hips facing forward. Well, they are now, but you're starting like this and you're doing this. And it's going to be really difficult to strike anything if your hips aren't forward and you're pushing through that back leg. So put your foot here. Go wider. No, not longer, but that's all right. No, that's fine. It can be a little like there. Yep. Now, straighten that foot out. Straighten it out. Yes. Okay, just a little. Yes. Now we're talking. Now straighten that back leg. 60% knees over the feet. Yes. This is much better. You could even go a smidget wider. No, not. Just move the whole foot this way. Yes. Now close it up a little bit. Yes. Does this feel easier? Yeah, I bet it does. You're going to be a lot more stable with this kind of stance, right? And this is what we're looking for. This could come a little more forward, but it's fine the way it is. We want to have half of your foot in front, which it is. If you look at your heel, you look at the toe, this is good. Shoulder width apart, it's going to be a lot easier to have some good action there. Your foot could probably come up to about here. Yeah, there you go. That's going to be much easier too, right? So let's start again from we got our right foot back, right? Upper left, right? And we want to think, you really kind of just, That left hand anchors in, and the right hand's like a punch. Pull back with the right, pull back with the left, let the right slide, and now strike to the left, right? I'm sorry, strike to the right. I got my directions all back. Pull back. We want to strike the knee, right? Yep. Try to stay a little more upright. You're kind of leaning over. We want to stay a little bit more, keep that back straight, keep that tailbone tucked. Now we pull back with the left, get that right, come across. Right? And we got that right hand right into our shoulder. Yeah. Right? Pull it up, and then let that right hand slide down. Right? And then strike. When we strike, we want the hand behind it. Yep. Again, we want that yes. Right? And you get that whole waist, and we got that 60% on the front. That's quite a strong attack. Now we're going to shuffle. And when we shuffled, we brought that left hand up, and then we pulled it back with that left hand. Right, so just the left hand comes forward on that shuffle. Let's do it again. So go ahead and bring your hands back to where they were, right? And when we shuffle, right comes forward, left, and then that left comes up at the same time. And then you pull to get the right hand in position, right? And now we're going to use our waist, and that's what turns the stick. Okay. Pull it through, and then take a step with your right foot and stab. But when we stab, we want that right hand right here, no? But up here. Yep, just like, yeah. So let your left hand slide back a little bit. You kind of have a tendency to really have it further down, and then you're doing this like thing, and we want to stay real stable. I don't want to have to do this. And you'll notice, yeah, you have a lot more movement when your hand isn't way here. This is no movement when it's like this. You got that movement, right? Try to still keep it right here. Yeah. Try to keep it up on that chest. We want that same spot anytime you're striking. Right? Yep. Okay. So now let's have you guys do one of those on your own.
Whole thing from the beginning? Or
Whole thing from the beginning. Yep. Keep going, Mandy. So let's start again. Yeah, you got to make sure to get that left hand right. Right? Right? Here? Block, step back. Step back. Right? Okay, let's go through this again. We're going to do it together. I'm not going to talk, okay? But I'll do it nice and slow so you can kind of follow along. So, from this one, you look like you're in a good position, Mandy. When you come in, you want to pull it up with the right hand. Get that left hand in position as you step forward. Let the right hand slide down. Let it slide down, yes. Then strike. Now we're going to shuffle. Left hand comes in, pull it, turn, step, grab it, step forward with the right foot. Just make sure you're stood first. So when we're here, we want to turn, grab, step, stab. So step forward and then stab. And you can get this movement with the waist in order to get more power, but I don't want to confuse you guys too much, but you want to be in a good bow and arrow stance, right? So why don't you work on that sequence a little bit? Keep trying to get that sequence. Help each other out if you get stuck. I'm going to check in with Kyle, and I'll come back through. All right, Kyle, show me what you got.
All right, sorry.
Show me what you got. Although you don't know that show, so that's
What show?
Rick and Morty.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Tried a couple, I just didn't click.
Yeah.
Really got to get into it.
Yeah, I think you probably got to be a stoner. Okay, nice. Yeah, it's looking good.
Don't feel much power when I'm doing the thing. It's hard for me to get this. Feels awkward.
Okay. Let's see if we can work on that a little bit. The wrist curling can really help. It's the same thing as this, the idea-wise. You know, same thing as when you play golf. You get this turn of the wrist at the end. It creates a lot more head speed. Same thing, creates a lot more speed, so it gets the energy through a little bit more. Yeah. Are you a golfer? No.
No, I go like twice a year maybe.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
But the principle is the same thing. As you come through, you get this turn at the end,
Okay.
and it's called head speed. But same thing here. When we do some Qian, right? You can get a little, just with that turn. So that creates more speed. Same kind of idea. The energy is going to come through more if you, right, you can get a little bit more speed just right there at the end.
Show me a slow motion swing where you bring it to your chest.
Yes. Yes, we can go through all that. First things, though, in the very beginning, we want to think head. You're a little bit more here, so you want to be a little bit higher on those first two strikes, like kind of maybe even the top of your head or a little bit more is where you want the end.
Okay.
Right? The bottom was great. And then the same thing when you're doing the sequence of the three, right? So we're here, we step. This is a knee strike. You were going here. Yeah, it's knee, overhead, and this is a classic spot where you can get that wrist to roll. The rest of it was fine. And then, of course, getting the knee straight, getting the leg straight in the back, and trying to use that. That's where you're going to get most of your power. So learning how to use the hip and the leg to straighten. Now, when it's already straight, it's mostly waist, right? So this one's really all waist, right? Those are all going to be, this one, it's a punch. So the power can come from the unrolling of it a little bit, right? I have that rolled up. You can get all that, right? But get that back leg straight. It's okay if you have it bent, but then the straightening of it will help push the strength through. So get yourself in a good bow and arrow stance. Right now you're in really a walking stance. Yeah, makes it a lot easier to straighten the back leg. I can hear it. I can hear it a lot more. I saw some vibration there. Yeah. Feel a little different at all, or?
Yeah, my stance feels better too.
Yeah. So the stance is going to play a lot into it. If we're keeping both our legs bent, you don't get the same at all. And with it, and if they're a little bit more in this walking stance, they're too equally distributed. There's actually an advantage here by being able to put the weight in there. It allows you to use the back just as this driving force. So focus on trying to straighten that. Even in the very beginning, right? We're here, that leg is bent, and you're straightening it. And yeah, exactly. Power it through. You know? So try to do it now without swaying your energy. So you're kind of doing this instead of, so this,
Oh, I've got the eccentric.
yeah, exactly. So you're kind of coming back, which is not what we want, but you're getting good knee movement, which is good, but it's just this. But really what you want is the turning of the hip with the straightening of the leg.
It's a twist.
Yeah. You're still doing a little up and down, but you're getting the idea of the twist, which is really good. And you're kind of maybe feeling a little bit more, right?
Makes sense. I don't feel it yet, but yeah.
Yeah, well, you still have a little too much up and down.
Okay.
So when we're up and downing it like this, the energy is going this way.
Right.
When you, right?
Oh, I gotta think more like that.
Yeah, so you're still kind of coming up, but yeah, you want to think this way, turning this way. This is how we get the power. And that leg is just straightening, but it's not really, right, I'm not really doing this. I'm just, but my waist isn't going up and down at no point. My legs are bending a little bit, right? But I'm not really doing this motion. I'm more driving it through. That just takes practice. You know? Yeah. Maybe not turn quite so much because what you're doing is you're shifting your weight. I can see you kind of going.
So the weight stays in the front.
Yeah. You still want to keep that 60% there. Yeah. So then you're just driving through. Yeah. But otherwise, all the moves were there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the pattern. Just remember, after you come into this one, that sequence is lower, overhead, everything else block, shuffle, everything else was right. It was just you were coming straight across with it. So you just want to. I'm not the best with this one. Anchoring it, you just kind of have to play around with it, and then you stop hitting yourself. But, yeah, see, that's a good way, though. You see how you're getting your waist involved, and you kind of have it anchored here? Like it's not, but it is. Like the hinge point for you, which is good, is kind of right in here on the body. So instead of you doing this, it's hinging and the energy's still going through. So it's not so much a straight hinge. I can't think of the word to describe it. But it looks good. It looks a lot better. You know, because when it's right here, it's not really traveling far with that right hand. And getting that energy into the end without losing the compromise of your stance. Yeah, so your feet, too open.
Too open?
Yeah, too open. So they're at 2 o'clock. Let's get them at 1 o'clock. Yeah, they're too open. No, they're just too open. So what's happening is your hips aren't wanting to be able to straighten. So, you know, just 1 o'clock. Because you're kind of doing this thing where you're swaying like this. And this is definitely not. We definitely don't want that sway. We want to really keep this one like stationary. Keep that in there, keep that weight, and then drive through with the back. But never taking the hips out of this line. So the second I start to come here, I'm compromised because my weight is no longer in the center. So we want to always keep that weight right in the center.
Right in the center, okay.
Yeah, so you're pivoting on that central pole. It looks way better. Looks way better. You don't look compromised at all. Where before it was a little loosey with the hips.
Yeah, it felt really, I mean, something was very off.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't terrible. But it was just not ideal because the energy will get lost. It won't transfer up from the leg.
Yeah.
It'll get lost in that kind of the hip as the hip comes out of being in the center.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah,
Put it on the axis.
exactly. Yeah. Just always, and that's true of everything here, is always, we're always like, even the walking. You know, in the beginning, people do the walking like this.
Yeah.
But what we really want, my hips never move. My legs move. But I don't want to be doing this and then turning my hips back, because that's not a good stance. Much better if I just keep my hips forward the whole time and turn my feet. Same thing with the weapon, right? And it makes sense, like, I'm going to want to fight you like this. I'm going to want to come in with you with a weapon facing you, at least this style. Every style's got its own, you know, but we don't want to be like, let me just keep showing you my back. You know, this style doesn't work that way. Other styles, they're much more feet, almost front and back, but it's not the Kung Fu way for us. Yeah. So if you've learned those other styles, it can be a little different. You know, it's not like those styles are wrong. That's just a different art. Yeah. So let's pick up from the squats. Let's learn some new stuff, right?
Okay.
So from the squat, which looks good, right? What? I fancy it up. Yeah, so because I was taught by Craig, and Craig does things kind of fancy. So, I mean, you can just shuffle back. That's just a way to make it look fancier. Yeah. right? And then from here, we're just going to pull it up, put it on the shoulder, step forward, classic overhead, right? So, yeah, just have it be right in front of you. Yeah. Straight out from the hip, right? And then we don't go into a block, but we go into what we call the four corners. So we're going to be just pivoting on our left foot. So it will be moving, but the heel will stay in place. So the first pivot is we're going to step out and go at a 45-degree angle. So basically going for these corners, right? And it's smacking someone right on the head, right? So hitting them in the head. Now we're going to come back to center. It's just one strike, and then we're going to go the other 45-degree angle. But we don't need to, our stance is forward, because in order to attack this way, we don't have to turn. Yeah, right? Then we're going to turn back again. Someone's toes. So you can just let it slide through your hand. Right? Come back. Same thing, 45-degree turn. Get someone's toes. Right? So let's just do that sequence in real time. So everyone was one. It's just one strike. Right? So if we start from here, get to work on your wonderful, oh, your monkey squats already look better. Come up, step, overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So from here, we're going to pull it back as we step back. Lower strike. Yep. Lower strike, and then this one's a different one. Pull it back, get that left hand in position, step forward, and now this is a side strike. It's the only side strike we do. Right? And you don't need to bring it all the way out here because it kind of becomes a push. Like I don't want to do this, not saying you are. Yours looks like a good strike, but we don't want to do this, right? We want to get it to be a strike. And I don't have that much spring today, but you can see a little vibration right into someone's hip. Bam, that would hurt. Right? So, you want to give that a shot? Was that enough? You want a little bit more? You usually pick things up pretty quickly. That's okay. So you got your four corners, a step back, and a step forward. Right? Yep. Yep. A little higher. Think on top of somebody's head. So smashing them in the face. Yeah. Yeah, kind of like right into their face. Like if you just wanted to hit someone, how would you hit them? Yeah. A little higher. Yeah, that's better. It's better. Yeah. You probably don't have to come so much over with the right foot, to here, because you don't want to close it. We just want to be facing this way. Now a step back. Nope. Nope. Step back, strike. Anytime our left is in front, it's a lower right. So you got to pull it back. From here, we pull it back. And then, right? So come from this, yep. Pull it back with your left as your right comes back. Yes. And then strike. It's just a bow and arrow stance. So your hips should be facing forward.
And a backwards.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So you're stepping back.
No. A back stance is just a reverse bow and arrow, but we still want the front leg bent and the back leg straight. And in a back stance, it's the opposite. Your back leg is bent and the front leg is straight. Nope, step forward into that side strike. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Work on that a little bit. Let me check in with them.
Down, and then down. And then we're going to move forward like this. Have it like, there we go. And then this.
Yeah,
We're going
but
to shuffle.
you do very good. It's looking very good. When you come forward, though, you definitely want to pull and get that left hand down so the right hand can come down. Otherwise, if I'm striking like this isn't a strike. This is no good. I need to be striking like this.
Oh, so like, that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, you're not doing anything. It doesn't have to be the whole thing, but we do want that left hand in a pretty good position, right? Here, so that when you shuffle, the other thing is if you're already right here, when you shuffle, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, that's what I was.
So we want to be able to, shuffle. You don't have to pull it. Yeah, so when we do shuffle, the left hand comes up, and then once you're stationary, you can pull back with the left hand. Yep. Nice. Okay.
She was having trouble with this part and then
It's-
shuffling at the same time.
Yeah, it's a tricky part.
No, because we missed this. Without this cannot happen because you end up here and there's no more to.
Yeah, it's true.
We missed this part.
Oh, you missed this part.
You don't miss. I like the ball.
Yeah.
I miss myself.
She missed, like this part. She's like, I haven't been doing it. I was
I
like,
know.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't
Oh,
know she wasn't doing that. I thought she was.
That's all right. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. Okay. So, well, thank you for helping each other out. Should we do a little more? Yeah. Yeah, we can run through the beginning and then we'll just add more to it at the end. Okay? All right. Bow, step out, salute, kick, stab, block, step back. Pull it up, cross it over. Turn. Stab. Yep. So from here, we're just going to step forward and lower strike. So I would recommend coming behind me if you can, so you don't have to look behind every time. So we were just here, right? So as you step forward, you can kind of bring this back and have it chambered, right? And then you can strike, right? And then we're going to open that left foot, pull it up. You can rest it on your shoulder. Let your right hand slide down. Once that left hand, right, is in position, overhead strike, right? Block. Shuffle. Strike. Yeah? We're going to end up doing this sequence 3 times. So we just have to make sure we get the sequence, right? So from here, right? Step forward. Sweep. So make sure you have your hand in a good spot to start, right? That's why it's so important that when we're here and we do a turn, We want that hand in position when we're here. That's what we're trying to do when we shuffle, is we're trying to pull to get that right hand in position. So that when you turn, you pull it through, you strike. I never had to move my right hand. It was already in position. Right? And then here, we lift up, we step forward, overhead. Right? Block. Remember, we don't want the block too close to our body because we won't block anything if we're right here. So think here.
Oh, down, okay, down.
Think Sam Chien. Sam Chien.
Okay, yeah, that was.
This is what we're thinking. Sam Chien. Same kind of idea. You get that wrist locked. You get that tension right here. Now it's strong. We have a strong hold. If someone was to hit that, it'd be held. It's good. Right? And then we shuffle, and as you shuffle, kind of you can bring the hands back or you can shuffle into them. Shuffle, then strike. Right. And you can get a little bit of the waist, straighten that back knee, get the weight into the front. Right? All right, let's see if you can try this sequence. If you have questions, obviously ask them. So let's start from this spot. Right, our right foot is forward, yep. If you can, up here, you want it on your chest, not below, but yep. We're going to take a step before every strike, right? Yep, lower someone's knee, right? We want to think someone's knee, so a little lower, yep. And then we want to take another step.
And
It's an overhead.
right, so then I go like this.
Yeah, you pull it up with the right hand, get that left hand in position, let the other hand come down.
And then strike.
Right over your head, right? So how you do that, from here, right? Get your feet like mine. Right? Open up, step forward. As you step forward, pull it up. Get that left hand in position. That's too far down. We don't want here. Yeah, we want there. Right? And then just rest it on your shoulder. Right? Let the right hand come down, overhead. Right? It has this natural flow. Yeah. Right? Block. Shuffle, strike. So when you shuffle, what can really help is to bring the hand back to your body. That way you have the whole area to strike. Otherwise, if I keep my hands here and I shuffle, there's not really, there's really not a whole lot of movement. I'm not allowing my body to get into it at all. I'm just using my arms. We want to get that whole body. Yeah, you want to make sure your feet are set before you do it, and we don't want to be turned. So you want to keep your hips straight. So don't shuffle like this. Don't shuffle like this. This is not how we want to shuffle. We want to shuffle like this. Keep those hips straight, facing your opponent. Yep. And just close in your back foot. Close it in so that it's easier for your hips to be straight. Okay. You want to keep opening it up, right? Which is common, but it doesn't allow for the hip to come around.
Right, I think that's what
So you can always go a little wider. Yeah, wider is almost always better.
more stable.
It's more stable and it allows for the hips to get through. But people just have a tendency to be really narrow, and that's just not this style of martial art. Right? Do you have a question? Okay, So let's do it again together, right? We just had this strike. And remember, we're just going to step every time that you strike. The only time we don't step is when we block. So we step when we strike. I step forward with the left, strike. Step forward with the right. Rest it on your shoulder even. Let the hand come down. Overhead. Block. Shuffle. Strike. Right? Are we getting funny comments? No. Maybe, maybe not. No. So knee. Knee. That's a knee strike. Get it down lower. Lower. Your knee is right here. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Low. Low. Yeah. Oh, keep that right foot in front. But you don't have to start all the way over. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Step again, overhead strike. Well, left hand on the left. Anytime you strike, left is always on the hilt. Yeah, right there on your hip. Right at what we call the Qigong. Yep. Now we block. And then we shuffle. When you shuffle, don't lose grip. Shuffle. Yeah, without bending over. We don't want to do this. We want the power to come in our legs, in our hips. Our back should be vertical the whole time. We're not trying to bend it over at any point in this routine. You want to try to keep it straight. Get the hip, turn the hip. Turn the hip, yeah. Try not to, it's not this. Keep the energy here, center. Turn the waist and the leg. Yeah. Yeah, it's hot out, it's tired. Just take your time, be nice and easy with yourself. Go through it slow. You don't have to focus on trying to get so much power through. Be patient with yourself. This is part of the training. People think it's just physical. No, there's a lot of mental going on here. And the things we want to do with our mental is not beat ourselves up. We want to have patience. We want to show ourselves compassion. We want to be loving. If we can be loving towards ourselves, we can be loving towards others. I don't think...
Someone over there show me the move, please.
You were doing it. What do you mean? It looked just fine.
My body doesn't get it.
Okay. What doesn't your body get?
I don't know what this there with the simple move.
Well, have your foot here. Move it, no, move it forward. Yes.
And then, so we're here already.
Yeah.
So when we're here,
Yeah, so you want this leg bent. Yes. No. Don't move your hips this way. Move them this way, side to side. Yes, side to
we're
side.
not hitting this way. So how
That's-
do we go this way and do this way?
Well, you don't overturn them. No, you're overturning it. You're overcomplicating it.
Mm-hmm.
Turn your waist. Turn your waist. If you punch someone, yeah, look where it went. It went forward, didn't it? It didn't come over here. So same thing with the stick. Same thing with the stick. Turning your waist. Turning your waist. You didn't punch and you didn't go like this. Right? You punched and you went forward. So same idea. Same idea.
Yeah, with the punch I get the idea. No, I don't get the idea.
Yeah. So think, when we're doing this, 60% of the weight is here. That doesn't mean I finish with 60% of the weight here. That means 60% of the weight is here. So if 60% of the weight is here, I can't do this, which is what you're doing. You're shifting all your weight to the back and then going forward. And this is not moving the waist. This is moving the waist. Right? This is moving the waist. Bam. But again, don't worry so much about the power. Just try to get good technique and don't bring the energy back. So watch my legs.
That is what we cannot do with this outfit.
But you can.
I cannot see the
You can. Watch my legs. Watch my legs. Okay? See this? You see this? Does this look different than this? Yes, you do. I'm sorry to tell you. You do. Yes, you do. You bring your leg back. I just watched you.
brings in more audience.
I just watched you do it 5 times in a row. So trust me, you do this.
Okay.
I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to insult you. I'm trying to help you.
No, of course.
Yeah. So again, we want to be in a bow and arrow stance. So bow and arrow stance is our foot is half a foot in front of the other foot, right? So here's the line. Yeah, now you're starting to, yes. And knee is bent over the foot. Yes. Leg is straight. Tailbone tucked. Yes. Now we're talking.
This is the position, yeah.
Yes. You can bring your feet in a little bit. No, just turn them. No, in. Yep. Turn it out. Not so much. Yep. Now we're talking. Maybe a little too wide. Yeah, now we're talking. This is a great stance. You're looking good in the stance. You could get a little bit more weight in the front though. Yes, now we're talking. That's a good bow and arrow stance right there. Well, you got to use your body. You're only using... My leg can bend without my hips going like this. And without this knee. See, bent, straight. Bend.
Which knee are we bending?
The back one. So that we can get some power through it. But don't bend it down like this. Just bend it a little bit and get the turn. You want to get the turn in the waist.
That's unusual. I can't get it.
Okay, well, I think you can. It's just going to take more practice.
No, it's not the practice. I can't get it.
Okay.
Body conscious.
Well, but this is how you can build body intelligence. It's through practice. That's one of the things with Kung Fu, right? Because not everyone has the same amount of coordination. But practicing this can improve our coordination. And that's really what we're working at here. The likelihood that you're going to have to get into a staff fight is probably pretty low, but learning to move your body as one unit, this can be very good and create a lot of health benefits, help us with coordination issues. Yeah. You just want to keep the weight here. The biggest thing I see with you is you're having a tendency to do this. Right. And so instead, you want to keep the weight here, drive it through. At no point is the weight coming back here. 60% is right there in the front. It's never leaving. So I'm not doing this. I'm turning my waist. So you just have to practice it. But I would say don't worry so much about getting the power. Just try to get a rhythm of the movements. Yep. So you got it, Mandy?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the next part. So it's the same sequence, but what we're going to do is a 180-degree turn. So a 180-degree turn, as you might remember from the Tan Tao, is we do the pigeon-toed, and then this naturally just wants to kick our foot out. But we want it to be in front of us. We want it to be a bow and arrow stance. Right? So let's do that again. Right? So here we are. We just finished. We just stabbed. Right? That foot comes in very pigeon-toe. It's uncomfortable. If it's not uncomfortable, you're not doing it right. And then it pushes you over naturally. If you just let it, your hips open up, it'll just naturally want to push you out.
Okay.
Right? Okay, now let's do it again, but we'll incorporate the stick. Strike. Now as you bring that foot over, you can start to pull with the left hand to get that right hand in position. And when that comes out, have it come to the side, right? Now you're going to probably need to have that left hand come in a little bit, and we're going to do the exact same sequence. You want to be like this.
Oh.
No, your right hand, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's always like that. So I'm not sure.
I was
Right? So get the right hand in position.
Are we doing, oh, like from here?
Yeah, because it's going to be a strike like this.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it took me going
No, that's
that
okay.
way.
Here, I can go in front if you want to be behind. You want to maybe go behind just so you can see? Right, so again, from here, I did this, I pulled it back, and now we're right here.
Okay.
Lower right. What do you think comes next?
Lower, higher right?
Overhead. Right.
Overhead, okay.
Step forward, overhead strike. Block, shuffle, strike. Right? Exact same sequence we just did.
Oh, okay.
It's the exact same sequence, and now it's going to be the exact same sequence again, except for now we're going to turn 90 degrees, which that just means back to the center. So here I am. I turn on my heels. As I do that, pull with the left hand. This hand, pull to get that right hand in position. Lower right. It's going to be the exact same sequence. Step forward. Right? Put it on the shoulder. Overhead. You want this left hand on your left side. Yeah, so it's like this. It's not like this. Yep, there you go. We're going to block, shuffle, strike.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
so far, if I don't get confused.
yeah,
Turning, but,
yeah. So let's do that whole sequence again together.
okay.
Right? I'm going to go from the front. But you might want to be so you can see me throughout the whole thing, right? So we just shuffled. We're going to turn. Pull it through. Step with the right. Stab. Right? Throat height. Yep, throat height. This hand is in the upper part of your right chest. Right? You're beating your chest with it. Right? It's not down here, not over here, right here, right? Now we're going to step forward with the left. Lower right. Step forward with the right. Goes up on overhead. Yeah. So when you pull it up, don't bring your left hand over. You keep wanting to do this. So when you pull it up, left hand's here on this side, yep. Block, shuffle, stab. Now we're going to do that 180-degree turn. Bring that toe, that foot in. Yeah, just bring that right foot in. Left foot comes out. Pull it back with the left, getting the right hand in position. Yeah, pulling it back with the left hand to get the right hand in position. Lower right. Stepping forward as you put it up on your shoulder. Don't bring it over to that side. Keep your left hand. Yeah, that's what we want. Exactly, just like that. Not across your body though, straight ahead. Mandy, straight ahead. Yeah. Not over here. We want the front leg bent. I'd say get into more of a good stance. Mandy, more. No, you have a good stance, Tuba. Yeah, Mandy, you needed to have your foot forward. Yep. Right? Shuffle. Strike. Yep, and now we're going to do the same sequence. Turn. 90 degrees. Step forward. Overhead. Block. Shuffle. Strike. Yeah? Work on that sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good sequence. How are you doing with that, sir?
I think I got it.
Okay.
Well, the pattern.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're watching me. I think when people watch me.
Yep. Now, there's this weird block shuffle back move. And so we know the shuffle back, right? And as you shuffle back, you want to try to get this kind of windmill block we shuffle back into a cat stance. So we're here, shuffle back. Yep, but try not to be so bent out like this. Way too much weight here, and your foot doesn't have to be so close. Yeah, it's better if it's not. You know, for example, what looks better to you? Or, wait, this? Or something more like that? You know, it's a position of kind of power, and we're showing off a little bit. So we're coming back into this block where I'm blocking my whole body, right? And you get this kind of nice turn in the front. We could just do this right away, but it's kind of nice to get this. And if you can get a little springy power in there, it's challenging. But there, shuffle back. And if you can, try not to have the butt sticking out. Yeah, which is what helps with the foot coming forward. And be a little bit more, yes. So it's coming across the body. So each hand is almost on the opposite shoulder. And now relax this shoulder. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. So from there, and then from here, you just step out into an overhead. Show me that again, would you? I want to see what you did with the staff. Yeah, you're kind of trying to think, what are you doing there? Show me again. There's something there, I'm not seeing it. 180 degree, yep. I wasn't watching, sorry. I'm just going to make you do it 100 times. I wasn't watching, sorry. Well, could you do it one more time? I'm pretty sure you were looking right at me, Buddha-san. No, I didn't see it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Try to think like, it's not wrong. It's fine. It's fine. But it kind of like, seems like you keep it in tight. Try to get this big turn in front of you. Instead of bringing it back, it kind of looks like it comes and then you do this. So you like bring it, but, and who knows, Master Ian will tell you I'm doing it terribly wrong or something, but this is how I remember being shown it, is this kind of turning in front of you into a block. So you get this kind of covering your whole body a little bit in the turn, right? I'm not picking it up, so it's coming from here, but instead of it coming back, it's staying in front of me.
Pivoting on the one hand.
Kind of, yeah. So as you're here and you come back, I have it pivoting on that bottom hand. Yeah. I think that looked better. And you can get the elbow bent too, and you can have that same kind of thing like some chin, but the hands, where you kind of have that tightness there, and so you have that locked in secure. Yeah. Yeah, so from there, you then step, and now we're just doing an overhead. Shuffle back, stab, back into a bow and arrow, or a horse riding.
Oh, we're at the end.
Yeah. It sure is. It sure is. From here, turn, lower right, overhead, block, shuffle, stab.
Stab and then
Turn, lower left, or lower right, sorry, overhead, block, stab. You shuffle, stab, right? Same thing we did here.
but it's just lower.
Right? Or here? No, it's all the same. It's all the exact same. Step, lower, step, overhead, block, shuffle, stab, turn. No, don't move. Turn, lower right, overhead, block, shuffle, stab, turning, lower right, overhead, block, shuffle, stab. Right? It's that same sequence. Lower right, overhead, block, shuffle, stab. That's the sequence, and we do it 3 times. Right? Any questions? A million?
I think I'm okay now. Now I got it in my back. I went blank for a while, for a bit there, but
Did it come back?
I did come back.
Yeah, all right. That's what we want. Unfortunately, that's all the time we have. Maybe fortunately. Reading the expression on your face. It looked like you are done. Put a fork in you, as we like to say in America.
No.
Put a fork in you. Like the potato in the oven, like the pie. You put a fork in it, make sure it's done. It's crispy. Okay, let's bow. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate your energy. Thank you, thank you. Enjoy dinner. Thank you, live stream, for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow, I think with improved mics, so hopefully we'll see you then. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day, evening, or sleep, whatever it is you're doing. And take care. Goodbye.